Greetings everyone, this is SteamTeamRedubUK, CC Trainor-Ling, here to bring you another retro review from past seasons of The Loud House. In this video, we're going to examine one of those Season 3 episodes you can either really like or really hate, depending on how you feel about the subject matter. Today's episode is titled House of Lies. First we'll discuss the plot, and then my thoughts and critiques with my final score. So, let's get right into it. The episode begins with Lisa encountering members of her family lying to one another in an effort to avoid doing or saying things they'd rather not. Lisa decides to build a pair of lie-detecting glasses as a way of preventing her family from further lying. This agitates the rest of the family, and they destroy the glasses while Lisa is asleep. However, the child genius had already prepared for something like that, so she installed lie-detecting cameras that sound a buzzer whenever someone isn't telling the truth. Because of this, everyone is forced to tell the truth all the time, which begins hurting everyone's feelings, and even Lisa recognizes the downfall of her original intentions. She has her family overload and destroy the system by having them tell multiple lies at once, and she comes to terms with how little white lies can have their benefits. Well, that concludes the plot of the episode, so now we come to my thoughts and critiques. As I stated at the beginning of the video, this is one of those episodes that can have a good takeaway message, but it can also have a bad one when it comes to teaching important life lessons. I find this episode to be very polarizing, yet I don't consider it to be among the worst of Season 3. Lisa may be a genius in many scholarly fields, but she's still 4 years old and most likely didn't understand why everyone in her family wasn't telling the truth. Of course, there have been episodes produced and aired before House of Lies where Lisa isn't exactly being honest herself. However, as I mentioned in previous reviews, production order doesn't mean that's how the timeline is set up. Some episodes in Season 3 can take place before Season 2, Season 1 episodes can take place before the end of Season 4, believe me, there's at least one. So as far as we know in the Loud House timeline, House of Lies is the first time Lisa is exposed to people outright lying to others, but with harmless intentions. I can't really blame Lisa for wanting her family to tell the truth, because in some cases, it has to be done. Luann borrowing Luna's missing gong, Lynn destroying the bathroom, and Lenny using up all the hot water, for example, could result in something like we see in the episode Sleuth or Consequences, where unless someone fesses up, everyone is going to get punished unnecessarily. Let's face it, in those particular situations, those sisters were clearly in the wrong, and they knew it, so lying wasn't going to make anything better. Then there's the family dinner. Maybe admitting to their father his dinner doesn't taste good would be acceptable to say, so they don't have to order takeout when he's not looking. Although, that's where the act of lying kinda has to be done if need be. Sparing the feelings of what people cook, what they write, draw, what they do to their hair, or what's left of it, and so on and so forth can really make the difference between giving others a boost in their self-esteem and making them feel like they did or said something very stupid, bad, wrong, or whatever. That's where the episode gets to be very conflicting in and of itself. What's the lesson the audience is supposed to learn? Lying is bad? Lying is good? What exactly? Well, in truth, it's a combination of both. Everyone, including Lisa, never meant to make any given situation terrible or hurt anyone with truth, even if it needed to be said. In a sense, everyone is considered both right and wrong in their actions, and maybe this was a lesson Lisa needed to learn when she grows up and comes to the realization that not everyone is going to be directly honest about their true feelings, and how sometimes you have to bite your tongue in order to keep the peace among others. That's what separates those who eat together and those who eat alone. Overall, this episode is a mixed bag when it comes to driving home important life lessons. You can say the protagonist Lisa ends up becoming the antagonist as the episode plays out, and the rest of the family start out as antagonistic to Lisa's good intentions, but then the opposite occurs by the end. Let's be real for a second. All of us tell the truth or lie when it's convenient or appropriate, and we all know why we do it. It doesn't really make us bad people. Sure, we're not being honest when we like to pride ourselves in saying we always tell the truth, but as the episode points out, it's the little white lies that smooth things over with others, and then we don't have people hating us for such trivial reasons. If anything, this is one of the most realistic episodes anyone can watch and say, whoa, everyone in this episode is acting just like me. We were all Lisa's age at one point and didn't understand the importance importance of embracing honesty is the best policy, and then growing up to recognize the importance of sparing one's feelings, but that's heavily dependent on the situation. With that said, I give House of Lies an 8 out of 10. Well, folks, that concludes my review of House of Lies. It may have confusing mixed messages on lying, but finding the right balance between the times where you shouldn't lie and times where you should lie, so long as it doesn't cause a great deal of damage, you can maintain social harmony, and you won't have to hear Jeff Bennett on your case about everything. So what did you guys think of it? Love it? Hate it? Something you would add? Change? Keep it as it is? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to this channel for the latest Loud House content. That's going to do it for me. I'll catch you guys for the next video, but until then, this is SteamTeamRedubUK, CC Trainor-Ling, signing off. Peace out, home slices.